A one-star airline, Air Koryo's dubious distinction. This North Korean airline has garnered a reputation that is as intriguing as it is infamous. Air Koryo. The name alone sparks curiosity and a touch of trepidation. For many, the thought of flying with this airline conjures images of outdated planes and subpar service. This North Korean airline consistently ranks as the worst in the world. Despite the country's efforts to present a polished image, Air Koryo remains a stark reminder of its isolation and the challenges it faces in modernizing its infrastructure. Skytrax, the airline rating website, bestows a dismal one-star rating upon it. This rating is based on various factors including the quality of service, the condition of the aircraft, and the overall passenger experience. No other airline shares this dubious honor. While other airlines strive to improve and innovate, Air Koryo seems to be stuck in a time warp, unable to break free from its past. But what makes Air Koryo so uniquely terrible? Is it the outdated aircraft, the lackluster service, or the limited destinations? Perhaps it's a combination of all these factors. Let's delve into the mysterious and often bizarre world of North Korea's flagship carrier. From its inception during the Cold War to its current status as a symbol of North Korea's isolation, Air Koryo's story is one of intrigue and peculiarity. Founded in 1955, Air Koryo was initially a joint venture between North Korea and the Soviet Union. It was meant to symbolize the strength of their alliance and to provide a means of transportation for North Korean officials and citizens. The airline's fleet consisted of Soviet-made aircraft, which were considered advanced at the time. However, as the years went by, these planes became outdated, and the airline struggled to keep up with global aviation standards. Today, Air Koryo's fleet is a mix of old Soviet-era planes and a few newer models. The outdated interiors, lack of modern amenities, and limited in-flight entertainment options contribute to its poor reputation. The in-flight service is another area where Air Koryo falls short. Passengers often complain about the quality of the food, the limited beverage options, and the indifferent attitude of the flight attendants. Despite these shortcomings, Air Koryo remains a vital link between North Korea and the outside world. For many North Koreans, it is their only means of international travel. As we continue to explore the enigmatic world of Air Koryo, we will uncover more about its operations, its challenges, and its place in North Korean society. Stay tuned for a deeper dive into the airline that defies all expectations. Flight on a time machine. Imagine stepping into a world where aviation history comes alive, where the hum of the engines takes you back to a bygone era. Air Koryo's vintage fleet. One word, Tupolev. These aircraft are a testament to the engineering marvels of the past, a time when the Soviet Union was at the forefront of aviation technology. Air Koryo's fleet predominantly features Soviet-era aircraft from this manufacturer. The Tupolev planes, with their distinctive design and robust build, have been the backbone of the airline for decades. These planes are not known for their modern amenities or fuel efficiency. Think crackling headphones, questionable upholstery, and a general sense of nostalgia. The seats, though worn, tell stories of countless journeys across the skies, and the distinct aroma of jet fuel. It's a smell that evokes memories of a different era in aviation, one where the journey was just as important as the destination. While these vintage planes might appeal to aviation enthusiasts who see them as flying museums, relics of a time when flying was an adventure, they do little to inspire confidence in the average traveler. The lack of modern safety features and the aged appearance can be unsettling for those used to the sleek, high-tech aircraft of today. The cockpit, filled with analog dials and switches, is a stark contrast to the digital interfaces found in contemporary planes. Pilots who fly these aircraft are highly skilled, often having to rely on manual controls and their extensive experience. Boarding an Air Koryo flight is like stepping into a time capsule. The flight attendants, dressed in uniforms reminiscent of the 1960s, add to the nostalgic experience. For some, this is a charming throwback, a chance to relive the golden age of air travel. Despite their age, these planes are maintained with meticulous care. Air Koryo's maintenance crews work tirelessly to ensure that each aircraft is airworthy, adhering to strict safety standards. For those willing to embrace the experience, a flight on Air Koryo offers a unique perspective. The views from the window, the sound of the engines, and the feel of the aircraft all contribute to a journey unlike any other. As the plane touches down, passengers are reminded that they have just traveled through time. It's a rare opportunity to experience aviation history firsthand, a flight that leaves a lasting impression. Whether you're an aviation enthusiast or a curious traveler, Air Koryo's vintage fleet offers a glimpse into the past. It's a journey that combines history, nostalgia, and a touch of adventure. Koryo Burger surprise culinary adventures at 30,000 feet. Fasten your seatbelts and prepare your taste buds for the infamous Koryo Burger. This mysterious meat patty, served cold with a side of equally mysterious sauce, has become legendary among Air Koryo passengers. Some describe it as surprisingly palatable, while others recount experiences of culinary distress. One thing's for sure, the Koryo Burger is an adventure for the palate. But the Koryo Burger is just the beginning of the culinary journey on Air Koryo. The airline's meal service is a topic of much discussion among frequent flyers and aviation enthusiasts alike. From the moment you step on board, the unique dining experience begins. The flight attendants, dressed in their crisp uniforms, move through the aisles with trays of food that spark curiosity and sometimes trepidation. The Koryo Burger, with its cold meat patty and mysterious sauce, is often the highlight or lowlight of the meal service. Some passengers find it to be a surprisingly tasty treat, while others are less than impressed. The burger's reputation has grown over the years, becoming a sort of rite of passage for those flying with Air Koryo. It's not just a meal, it's an experience that passengers share and talk about long after the flight has landed. The rest of the meal service includes a variety of items that can range from traditional Korean dishes to more familiar Western fare. Each meal is a surprise, adding to the sense of adventure. Drinks are served alongside the meals, with options that include both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. The drink service is often a welcome distraction from the mystery of the meal itself. Despite the mixed reviews, the meal service on Air Koryo is an integral part of the flying experience. It offers a glimpse into North Korean culture and hospitality, making each flight a unique journey. So the next time you find yourself on an Air Koryo flight, embrace the culinary adventure. Whether you love it or hate it, the Koryo Burger and the entire meal service will be a story to tell. After all, it's not just about reaching your destination, it's about the experiences you have along the way. And on Air Koryo, those experiences are as unique as the airline itself. Culinary adventures at 30,000 feet where every bite is a new discovery. Lost in translation tales from Air Koryo Passengers. Anecdotes from Air Koryo Passengers read like a travelogue from another dimension. Imagine delayed flights explained with shrugs and smiles. Picture cabin crew distributing propaganda newspapers instead of duty-free catalogs. Passengers report a distinct lack of English spoken by staff, creating a communication barrier that adds to the surreal experience. Air Koryo operates on a different plane of existence compared to its international counterparts. Delays are rampant, sometimes stretching into days. Customer service is a foreign concept, and the airline's website is a relic from the early days of the internet. Flying Air Koryo is a glimpse into a world untouched by the conveniences of modern aviation. North Korea's isolationist policies cast a long shadow over Air Koryo. Sanctions restrict access to spare parts and modern aircraft. Limited international routes hinder the airline's growth. Air Koryo is a prisoner of its own country's political realities. Despite the challenges, glimmers of hope peek through the clouds. Air Koryo has recently introduced new uniforms for its staff, a superficial yet symbolic gesture towards modernization. Rumors swirl about the acquisition of newer aircraft. Could these be signs of a potential thaw in North Korea's isolation? Only time will tell. Safety is paramount in aviation, but Air Koryo's track record is far from stellar. The airline has been banned from operating in European airspace due to safety concerns. While recent years have seen improvements, the perception of Air Koryo as a risky proposition persists. Forget Hollywood blockbusters or curated Spotify playlists. Air Koryo offers a unique in-flight entertainment experience, North Korean propaganda. Passengers are treated to documentaries extolling the virtues of the regime and patriotic musical performances. It's a captive audience for the state's messaging. Don't expect to jet set across the globe with Air Koryo. The airline's route map is sparse, with limited destinations primarily within Asia. Securing a ticket can be an ordeal, involving travel agencies with connections to North Korea. Air Koryo is not your average travel booking website experience. Air Koryo's future remains as uncertain as the country it represents. Will it embrace modernization and become a competitive player in the aviation industry? Or will it remain a relic of a bygone era, a symbol of North Korea's isolation? One thing's for sure, Air Koryo's journey will continue to be a fascinating and bizarre one to watch.